not a big fan of it. They might just double down in either the Uranus or a Glue at that point.
Yeah, I would rather the Glue. Oh!
Alice?
If you're Uranus, then you just hunker down on the Esme-Uranus matchup.
Yeah.
But you're good against the East Shin.
Yeah. Or there's no Kali. But there's good JP. They just died at the chip, obviously.
Oh my god. Yeah, they aren't messing around. They're going, this is season 13 Liquid.
What are the odds that Alter Ego goes for the Fire Mist now, especially because it's Loyi plus the chip?
Actually, I'm not gonna knock that, but it's up against a Claude. You take away the Nether Realm so quick.
Maybe you just go for... Maybe... Oh, no, not the Loyi, not the Lilia, actually. Valentina, perhaps? For Alter Ego?
Yeah, that makes a bit. Well, I think we can just go for the Zetya, and I wouldn't mind it. If you're front to back, then yeah, maybe they might lean into the Kimmy as well. But that's so much attack, continuous damage. They need hard burst, I feel like.
Yeah, and you're so vulnerable as the Kimmy.
Selena? No, it's gonna be lagging against the Yuzong, Fred. Even though you want to keep tabs on the chip, it's not the way to do it.
Something different. And
Time to go to the RT show.
it's a
Lilia, okay. I mean, classic front to back. That is the answer to go for. I think the Lilia and Joe actually is going to win a Liquid or Alter Ego. Type it off in the chat as Naisu Trexen. We're going to call the action.
All troops
To take control of the series, you got to start here in game 2, taking control of the map, I feel like, with this composition from TL. We'll see if Alter Ego can do what they did in game 1, where they started strong and they carried on throughout the game.
You know, on paper, I do honestly really like Alter Ego's draft. Team Liquid, they have the wild card picks though. You have teleportation.
Yeah.
You have the power of movement. You have the power of surprise. But Alter Ego does have answers. The Lilia, we haven't, I think this is our first, is this our first see of it? So far from Swiss to now?
We've seen it, yep. We've seen the Lily a couple times, actually.
It answers well to Carl Teasy.
Yep.
A beautiful answer to Carl Teasy.
Yep.
You have the Cho, which is a great answer to Sanji on the Lu Yi. Overall, Alter Ego does have good answers around the map.
Yeah. Oh, JP though, going for the engage, forced to flicker out. I sort of agree, but I'd also want to trust somehow in Liquid and their objective capabilities, because this is a utility jungler that we're talking about in the hands of Carl Teasy, one of his specialties even. And it's not just that, they have more than just 1 or 2 ways to take control of the map. This is the Luyi Claude that we're talking about. So worst comes to worst, at least they have that long-range BMI to work with.
Again, this is, you know, Sanford on the Yuzhong, very different from the Khalid that we saw him in game 1, but even so, Arfi, again, he's undefeated on this Freya. Had a great game in the last one. Hijime bringing out the Lilia, I think, is going to be kind of annoying to deal with, especially because of the way the poke works and the ability to potentially cause enough damage within a team fight, especially depending on how Hijime builds this out, that it gives them this kind of fighting prowess against the macro level of this. Arfi could be in trouble. Is he going to go 1v2? No, he's fine enough with that Valkyrie form.
You know, if I'm thinking of win cons for Team Liquid, we need to see Sanford be aggressive in this early phase. He's the major damage dealer. Carl Teasy needs to be able to get these objectives. Look at the damage!
Called it, but Carl Teasy doesn't survive that. Sanford picks up the kill on Yazuke though, but he does get traded out. So all that to lose Carl.
Yeah, you lose Carl. No one commits to the turtle just yet. They might go ahead and grab it once Yasuke gets back there, but still, Carl's here now too, so I think they want to give it a round 2.
Okay, and now it's Nino who they look to target. Will walk safely under the turtle and gets to dodge the combo from Sanji. Now they set up for the turtle objective. Alec trying to disrupt them just a bit. JP2 going for the zone. There's the stun, but the way of the dragon is used onto him. Hijime going for the burst, but this is enough time for Liquid to take the turtle.
Maybe Yazuke is not even looking for the turtle. He's down bot. A quick diversion though to make sure that he can't steal this orange. Alter Ego Esports, I think in the end of that, it's a pretty fair trade overall. No big buffs were stolen from Team Liquid. If Alter Ego is able to take that orange, I would give it into their favor.
Yep.
It's a jungler for jungler. Sanford does take a death though, and that injures this bridge that is supposed to help Team Liquid carry themselves into the mid.
Okay, does he get to clear this wave? Mountain Shocker, oh! Doesn't get to survive that, but JP though going in with the shotgun brings in everyone from Liquid. That's the Appraiser's round. Now to Nino as well, but the counter falling Star Moon still gets stunned, and that's gonna be a 1-for-2.
As we've seen for our XP laners, hold on, Ohem.
Ohem gets knocked up, does have the BMI, will reposition. Hijime was there though. Fortunately, Carl saving him there.
Great skill there from Oheb to stay alive, but again, Sanford's going to deal. He's going to be the punching bag. Like I've said throughout the Swiss and knockouts, your XP laners get beat up, man, and that's just how it's going to be, and then they can adjust from there. Now, taking a look at the items, again, Alter Ego still playing the same way. They're still working in their first items across the board for both teams here, but it's more so answering that ability that if Alter Ego chooses to pick a lane, go for a gank, get a kill, they always have to be conscious of the shortcut. Not just that, but the diversion too, because those are such two big, powerful ultimates that are in the sleeves of Team Liquid.
DHS is locked in for Oheb, and normally, what we saw last game, it took a bit longer for Oheb to get involved, but because of the shortcut, he's able to join these fights instantly, and it's going to be one of the things that gives Team Liquid a nice advantage coming into some of these fights.
Okay, 10 seconds away from this turtle. They might decide to just go ahead and full-on fight it. Arfi and Oheb, they've been at it just like we expected. Arfi, you know, handling his own there, but you can see the rotation and the setup is getting in place. Yasuke has done a great job at controlling a lot of the objectives and their games as Alter Ego, and you know, that's something that we have to see here from Carltesian. And again, why I think he's opted to go back to that. Let me pick utility pick. So Sanji.
Sanji doesn't get touched that. He gets bursted down. Without him, this is a huge go signal for Alter Ego to just go and commit to the turtle.
You know, I was just about to say, I don't know if Alter Ego wants to commit to this turtle with Yasuke already down 2. It's a tough fight for them, and even now, even without Sanji, it's dangerous, right?
Nope.
But that's a huge win before the turtle to at least, whoa!
Wait, Sanford will try to go for the assassinate. Boom, Yasuke still survives! But that's gonna be enough time for Carltesian to actually take the turtle. JP flickering in to finish off the kill! And now, it's all members of Liquid fighting. Blazing to it, committed by Oheb, gets cancelled by the knockup from the way of the dragon, though Nino will be taking him down. There is gonna be the chase from Alter Ego, though, gets stopped by Sanji still. He's trying to go for the kill. Carltesian shutting down Alec, and they'll still try to chase for Sanford, but he's still gonna be alive! Energy eruption of Razor's Wrath, and it's a double for Carl!
Alter Ego, actually, they almost win that fight for a second there, but wait a second, big diversion coming in.
They still want to go? Another fight! Brewing up top! They land the stun, but it's gonna be under the turret, might just convert into a kill for Yasuke, and that's what's gonna happen!
TL, I think they should have backed off. They decided to go, and you know, you gotta remember, this is the Flying Clouds map, so even if you get some kills, those members coming back up will be back to the fight so quickly, so they end up having a death here. And that's an adjustment that needs to be made, but Alter Ego Esports, again, with everything that's happened, will continue to go ahead and scale up. Now the problem being, yes, Oheb doing a pretty good job at being able to farm. Arfi is doing the same. So eventually, when we get to that point in the game, these gold laners are going to be so important for their team fights here.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's actually balancing it out despite all the energy shields earlier being taken by Arfi, and his turret also being slightly damaged too.
You know, I gotta say, yesterday we were talking about teams bringing out the worst in each other, and I feel like these two teams right now are bringing out the worst in each other. From overextension from Alter Ego to overextension from Team Liquid. They are real. I mean, this whole game 2 is on tilt right now. Everyone is on tilt right now, and this is not just for a win. This is, you know, this is for ego right here.
It's so important to untilt.
This is a whole lot at stake basically in this, and I think with the way that TL was kind of handled by Alter Ego Esports in Game 1, they definitely want to come out with this lineup and make it work, but so far you can't call it anyone's game just yet. Alec, well, not the kick he was looking for.
Not the right combo too, but they take down that tier 1 turret though, even though they didn't actually find the Falling Star Moon also. Carltesian though makes his way to the turtle. Oheb getting bursted by Hijime, already using the black shoes. Black dragon form by Sanford onto Yasuke under the turret, diving in there, finally picks up the kill.
Oh man, they're still going.
The Hunters on the prowl. Arfi able to take out Sanford though. It's a 1-for-1 as Alec with the re-engage.
Okay, that's the Appraiser's Wrath. Nino still flickering in, trying to go for the chase on JP. Does Sanji have the combo? Will not make it in time. That's 2 for 1.
Time after time, blow after blow. It's just not stopping at this point, but once again, just like Game 1, Alter Ego seems to win out on the trades. They get the mid-tier 3. They lose Yasuke, but they find Sanford plus JP on top of it.
I love how after all that, both gold laners just swap sides, but they are going to get pressure for this tier 1. Oheb.
All 3 ascent.
No flicker from Alex still, but RV are...
No guns here.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's our tower. Back up.
Oh my God.
Kick to the face.
hey, you know, again, at this point, this is exactly what Alter Ego has to do. Whoa, diversion?
Oh.
They actually gonna follow through?
Oh, they find Heejaman! Energy! Another stun from JP. Now doesn't have the black shoes! And OM will finally take him down!
That was the wrong bush to walk into.
Hey, I don't think Black Shoes is gonna help you with that, you know, and everybody shows up through the shortcut. So, this is the thing they have to keep in mind. As the game transitions, and Alter Ego controls, you know, portions of the game, at some point the map is open, and you have to keep your head on a constant swivel, basically, if you're Alter Ego. Because at any point, it's either the diversion or the shortcut. And it almost gets to this point where it's just a whole lot like this.
That's the shortcut dodge by RV. Such great mechanics you're seeing from this player. Still get the tier 1 turret though, but the combo from Sanji actually stuns so many. Sanford going in for the backlines, but so is Nino. RV going down. Now it's Heejaman next. Yazuke all alone together with Alec. Do they still want to fight this? It's Carl and Sanford, but without the Black Dragon form, they might just try and attempt. But the other members of Liquid, they're gonna come and join. Now it might just be a wipeout in favor of Liquid.
Team Liquid Philippines got in the paint with Alter Ego Esports. And this time they had a team fight that could last. They could disengage, re-engage, get back in it. And throughout about a minute there, we didn't know which way it was going, but all it took was one final diversion to turn the table.
And that's my point, Trex. You don't know which way they're coming from. That's exactly what happened to Alter Ego Esports. There's too many possibilities for TL to show up, and now they're trying to hold down the mid lane.
And Carl TZ literally holding down everyone who attempts to try and fight against his team.
Can I just say, too, the adjustments that Sanford made here. Again, he got beat up in the early game. Now he's this threat. He's exactly what you expect the XP laners to do. Nino as well on the Esmeralda is capable of doing the same thing, but the way the team fights are happening is the threat of the Black Dragon form with the Petrify here. Whoa, Nino already burning the Flicker, by the way. So he's not gonna have that. Meanwhile, Lord is making its way up top. You have the rest of TL down here on the bottom. And so they are just taking real estate around the map here.
Oh, they spot JP there. And all, or at least the shortcut is available. So I guess that's what Alter Ego is really trying to be careful about. They come in on JP though.
One of the things that kept Sanford in this game, yes, he takes 2 or 3 deaths in the early game. Yazuke also takes 2 or 3 deaths in the early game. So Sanford knows his target. He knows the person that I can still bully even though I'm behind. And he's the one who's been claiming almost all of these deaths on Yazuke. A lot of damage though.
That's a Petrify on Nino.
Why was Nino there when his Flicker was down? I mean, he used it earlier. He knew that he could potentially get set up there. There wasn't much room for him to move, and he knows there's a Petrify across from it. A lot of crowd control that can stop him in his tracks. Again, you can't just rely on fall.
Oh! A Flicker from JP and the Black Dragon form. Now everyone's just getting dived by Liquid. OM tries to finish off the kill on Heejaman. Still has the black shoes though, but they'll now focus on the mid-base turret. They still will decide to work on the other remaining turrets for now. They're taking things one step at a time.
Nino does finally come up. Can they clear the minions?
Easy going in. Look at the burst coming in from Liquid. They will get to deal with this minion for now, but there are multiple waves still coming from the mid and the top lane. Nino back again in the game. They will try to focus on him for just a bit more, but now it's Liquid just focusing on what's needed. The base is in. Okay.